Alright, welcome back guys to another Whatsit video. And today we're playing another indie horror game. Yes, we're back. And this game has a fantastic story, phenomenal graphics, and it's just an overall vibe with the story. Thank you for supporting the shorts, I really appreciate it. We will be doing this in short format and in long format, so I'll link the long videos to the short ones. But yeah, without further ado, sit back, relax, have a snack, and let's immerse ourselves in the world of Martha is Dead.
Ciao, I'm Julia K. I'm glad you are here. Nobody has visited me in ages. It's been years now. I must tell you my story, but I don't know where to begin. There is so much that... I should start from my childhood, but my memories of these times are vague. I only remember the summer of 1929, when they sent me off to stay with my nanny.
Nanny, will you tell me the story of the White Lady?
No, little sparrow. Not tonight. A fog is coming, see?
Yes. I know that when it's foggy, the lady kills young women. But why is she so evil?
You see, Julia, pain and suffering can make us do evil things, even if we're not actually bad.
Just like soldiers have to kill other soldiers. I like the lady, I've decided, Nanny. She must be in so much pain. The poor dear. She still scares me a little, though. Soon I'll be a young woman, and she could kill me. Does she kill those who love her?
Of course not.
That makes me feel better because I love her. But what about Martha? Would she be in danger?
Your sister is with your mother, so do not worry. Do you miss them?
No. I mean, yes, I miss Martha a little, but I love spending time with you.
Now, go to sleep, little sparrow. It's getting late.
Okay, Nanny. I'll go to sleep and dream of the lady. Was she beautiful?
She was beautiful. Yes, very much so.
Then she'll be beautiful in my dreams. And will I be beautiful just like her?
You'll be even more beautiful.
Listen, Nanny. Since the lady won't harm me because I love her, and since you're not a young woman, could you tell me her story, even if it's foggy outside? Please. Oh, please, then I'll sleep. I promise.
Oh, all right. You always get your own way.
I loved Nanny and I loved that story. Every time I heard it, it sounded like a new and more mesmerizing tale. Every night I would ask her to tell me about it, even though it scared me. Even now I can remember every single day of that time and how happy I was.
According to an ancient legend, the lakes of the area are haunted by the spirit of a young woman who was killed by the man she loved. She was expecting a lover's stroll by the lake, gazing out at the old tree growing on the lake's island. So much hope and desire, but death, not love, was awaiting her.
Oh, the poor dear. That's not fair.
Life isn't fair, Poppet, but that's the way it is. And we must learn to deal with it.
Okay, I'll try. But it makes me so mad. Keep on reading, Nanny.
In despair, the man confessed he had killed her out of jealousy. So he was hanged on the small island, in the middle of the very same lake where he had killed the girl. They searched everywhere, but the girl's body was never found. Since then, her spirit, known as the White Lady, has been imprisoned in the depths of the lake. She grieves eternally for the loss of the man she loved. When fog arises, the White Lady is known to leave the waters of the lake and roam the woods, looking for her long-lost love in vain. Within the fog of dawn, hunters have claimed to hear the wailing of a woman in the distance. Every time the sad memory of the night she perished stirs in her soul, she takes the life of a young woman by slaying such a life in its youth. Even just for an instant, the lady feels free from the burden of her pain.
Good night, Nanny.
Good night, my love.
I spent almost 3 years with the nanny, but when I came home, I quickly forgot how to be happy. My memories do not return until 15 years later, in 1944, when I stayed in that house. I enjoyed setting up cameras in the woods by the lake. My father created a device that attached to the cameras. It would make them take pictures at set intervals. I was trying to photograph animals, or whatever else was in that damned place.
That looks good.
Reel off the film. Open the camera. Remove the old roll of film. Put the new film in. Close the camera. Load the film. Activate the timer. Almost ready. Now to bring the image into focus. There's something floating on the surface of the water. If I frame it better, I might be able to see what it is. What? Is that a person? I must help them. I was horrified at the idea that someone might have drowned in my lake. The lake was my world, where I would spend entire days daydreaming. I would lose myself in my thoughts, but that was a rude awakening. So terrible. I instantly noticed that the person was wearing one of my dresses. I was scared. I dragged that lifeless body as best as I could to the shore, trying not to drown myself. Only when I lifted her in my arms did I realize who she was. It was my sister, my twin, a part of me, dead. Impossible to comprehend. I was desperate. I didn't know what to do or to think. I have to stay calm. Martha is not dead. It's not possible. It's
You
not
even
true.
have to feel a pulse? Like, seriously.
There's no need to worry. Everything is fine. Everything will be fine. I have to stay calm. Martha, February 26th, 1923.
Is everything okay?
Are you hurt?
What are you doing?
Go, Eric, run!
My parents ran towards me. My mother hugged me. She, who detested me, was now cuddling me. Her warmth filled me with life, and the pain became bearable. I felt protected. Martha, are you okay? She asked me, speaking slowly in order to let me read her lips. She thought I was deaf. She thought I was Martha. I didn't want the moment to fade, so I meekly nodded my head. I didn't realize I had done something that couldn't be undone. I would have to pretend to be Martha forever. O Lord, who gives life to the dying, let your sacrifice of love be offered for Martha's soul. Into your hands I also entrust my spirit, so that I may be reunited with her in perpetual light, to never suffer the desolation of purgatory. Please grant her eternal rest, O Lord, and may eternal light shine upon her.
Eric, did you remember to light the candles in the hall? People will be here soon.
Mummy always finds something for everyone to do.
Bro, this looks amazing. Photorealistic. Doesn't even begin to cover it.
July 17th, 1944. Our family is deeply saddened and is thinking of you during this extremely difficult time. Ernesto E. and family. July 17th, 1944. Our hearts are with you and we share your grief in the wake of the tragic loss of your dearest Julia. Monsignor Attilio D. July 17th, 1944, Ministry of War. Director General for Conscripts and NCOs. We are grieving over your sudden loss, and we send you our heartfelt condolences. The Lieutenant Colonel Rapporteur.
So is our dad some kind of army general or something?
There's no reason to use the phone right now. An old painting. I find it so sad. It communicates a sense of deep solitude to me. A telegraph box. I know how to use it. Daddy taught me.
There's Daddy. Okay.
Daddy's oboe. We were preparing a really nice duet together. On the rare occasions he's at home, that is. Daddy, Mummy, and my grandparents. It seems almost impossible that Father is a soldier. Mother would have been more suitable if she wasn't a woman.
Hmm. She wasn't a woman. So he is a soldier.
These hunting rifles are not Daddy's. He never went hunting. Nanny must have left them here.
Hmm.
Daddy must be devastated. He loves me. I messed up and now I have to watch him suffer my death. I can at least light the candles and let him find some comfort in sleep. Books, books, and more books. In our villa there must be 10 times more than even here.
Hmm. So yeah, I wonder what happened to Martha. Because was it the lady? Or what was it?
What the hell? The moment I thought I saw... No, that's not possible. It must be this whole situation making me see things that don't exist.
Yeah. And so it begins. And bro, I can't get over how good this game looks. Ooh, what's that here? Bicycles?
I don't need that right now.
Yeah, I imagine we don't.
My dog's basket, or should I say, the new dog's basket. I don't remember what happened to my first dog, but when I think of him I feel despair.
I've been looking for a good horror story. Now this isn't the newest game out there, but I haven't played it, so. So yeah, these long videos will be for story context, and then the short ones will have a little bit of story and then just the jump scares and the cool moments.
When you're done, can you come and get the flowers, please? Or send Martha if you like.
Never a moment's peace, even at a time like this. She can't sit still for a second. This painter was a friend of Grandpa's. I always loved his
Coming to get
paintings.
these damn flowers.
As a child, I used to look at them for hours. When Mummy asks for something, there's no escaping it.
Clearly.
Everything always has to be perfect with her.
Parla Londra. Trasmettiamo alcuni messaggi speciali. Felice non è felice. E c'è stata la pioggia. La mia barba è bionda. Parla Londra. Abbiamo trasmesso alcuni messaggi speciali.
What's happening? Who closed the door?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Erich, wake up. Do you think it's appropriate to sleep here, of all places?
What? Hmm? Yes. I must have fallen asleep.
What are they talking about?
You can't stay here forever. Why don't you go to bed?
No. I want to stay with my daughter.
Your daughter? Your daughter? You have another daughter, you know. The one who's still alive. Remember?
What are you talking about, Irene? Julia is dead. What kind of comment is that? How can you?
You should be thinking about Martha. Julia harmed Martha. You know that, right? And as if that were not enough, she has now also abandoned her.
It's the same old story. Everything is always Julia's fault, isn't it? Her fault for Martha being deaf and for you being infertile. Do you think it's the right time for this? Julia is dead, Irene. Dead. Someone killed her. Do you realize that?
Of course I realize. I get it. Do you think I'm stupid? No one understands it better than me. She always brought problems. Only problems. It would have been better if she hadn't been born at all. You're crazy.
I'm the crazy one? Me? They have done this to get at me, yes. Your death is all my fault. All I could ever do for you was hurt you, Julia. My poor, sweet, crazy girl. What will I do without you? What will life be like now? All the time I didn't spend with you. But now I'm home. We can go fishing together. We can take pictures of butterflies. No. We can't do anything together anymore, can we? Nothing. I miss you, Julia. I miss you.
While American bombings continue to devastate the peaceful towns within the Elsa Valley, we have heard some tragic news from the area of La Ramola. The young daughter of German Army General Erich K. was murdered near her home. What possible reason could there have been behind such a cowardly act? This is what the Carabinieri, who immediately intervened, hope to find out.
Mother didn't seem to suffer from the situation. All she cared about was that my death was so painful for Martha. But not having me around anymore must have been a great relief to her. At the end of the day, it was better for everyone that it was me who died. And it was better for me too that people thought that. But the guilt began to consume me. That's when I started having horrible nightmares. Martha
Yeah, so despite that, I'm all in, bro. Can't wait to see what this series actually is and what actually happened to Martha. I know I have to look down, but I really want to. See the butterfly?
It was just a dream. A horrible dream. That horrendous woman and the face of my sister. I wish all of this was a dream and my sister is just sleeping in her bed. Instead, her bed is empty and this is reality. This is Martha and me at the festival of the patron saint. It was only a few months ago, and now... Martha had asked for a picture of me to put in this frame. She wanted me to do one of those expressions of mine that made her laugh. Expressions that she couldn't quite imitate. She used to say that those were the signs of my soul. Can a photo capture the soul? Can I capture Martha's soul? Scary fairy tales. Everything seems to be scary lately. Yet everything here is so beautiful and bright. It's about 9:30.
Alright, we slept in a bit. Understandable.
This is Martha's trinket box. It could contain something that will help to figure out what happened.
Bro, this game looks phenomenal. I'm saying it again.
Our beautiful home. In spite of everything, I prefer being here.
Oh, so we're sleeping in Martha's bed, obviously, because we're pretending to be Martha.
Martha's clothes. To me, wearing them will be like having her with me. Mummy will also be happy to see them. Or I could wear my clothes in the other wardrobe. It's July 18th. It's about 9:30.
Right, so this is our side.
Oh gosh, if Mummy sees this picture, she'll throw it away for sure. It's me and Lapo. I want to see him as soon as possible so we can mourn Martha's death together. The butterfly collection that Daddy made for me.
So that's why we saw the butterflies?
Nanny will be visiting me soon. I still like to have the books and games from when I was little with me. My dress. The one Martha wore when she was...
Why would you keep that?
Can I be Martha without her clothes? Mummy never wanted us to swap, so I don't know how she will take it. I could wear Martha's clothes instead, in the other wardrobe.
But remember how Martha was wearing our clothes?
It's me with the nanny. Or maybe it was Martha. No one can remember. Here's the whole family together. A very rare thing indeed. Everything I need is always in my bag.
Okay, it's basically inventory system.
The key to my trinket box. Here is my diary. July 12th, 1944. This is a new diary. We moved here today and I forgot my old one back at home. But that's okay. A new chapter in my life, a new diary. They say they brought us here for our own safety. Daddy, the war, and everything else. Nanny gave us her house and she went to look after the mansion. It's weird being back here after so many years. I remember Nanny telling me the fairy tale of the Lady of the Lake. It's one of the few happy memories I have from when I was little. Nanny isn't here and that's a shame, but Martha is here with me. I also get to see Lapo more often, which is wonderful. He's always hanging around here. Mum is thankfully too preoccupied with fixing up the house to worry about me. At least for now. July 16th, 1944. There's something creepy about the woods. Every time I'm at the lake, I get a strange feeling. Maybe it's the legend of the White Lady playing tricks on me. I get weird ideas. I think that there is this presence. Then I think I'm just being crazy. Anyway, crazy or not, I want to take some pictures. I'm not scared. In fact, I'd say I'm excited. I've made arrangements with Martha. She's coming to the lake with me tomorrow to set up 2 new cameras with timers, and we'll see what we can photograph. Not before a good swim, of course. To be honest, Martha doesn't like photography all that much, and recently she's gone off swimming too. But she does like spending time with me by teasing me. Then, when she gets bored, she disappears into her books, and I do my own thing. We feel right when we're together.
Damn, bro. So that was obviously before everything happened.
This is not the right key. I must get her key if I want to know what's inside her trinket box. Even more scary fairy tales.
Alright, we need to get dressed, so...
Yes, Erich, I'll be right there. I'm just going upstairs to call Martha down for breakfast. Fine, but I'm not sure we should let her sleep all day. What do you think? What did you say? Okay, I won't wake her up. I'll just turn on her light. So when she wakes up, she'll know when to come down for breakfast.
They really think I'm Martha and I can't hear them. I need to be careful not to talk, or I will be in serious trouble. Dad loves these prints of Florence. I find them a bit sad. There's no shortage of paintings in our house. Mum is passionate about painting.
Dude, look how the light reacts to the surfaces. Super realistic.
As a child, when I spent those short years with the nanny, this was my room. It's locked. Strange. Why did they lock my room?
They're trying to hide something. Dude. What the hell? I hear someone.
Mummy's family coat of arms.
So our dad is a German army general? The voice acting is phenomenal, by the way.
Martha's breakfast is ready. We can go.
Yes, yes. It's getting late.
Did you leave the newspaper for Martha? You know how much she likes reading it.
Yes, Irena. It's on the table, can't you see?
And that camera, are you leaving it there?
Yes, Irena. Can't you leave it there for a few more days? Do you mind? It was for Julia. I will take it away soon. I promise. The thought makes me so sad. Seeing it there is as if... I don't know how to explain it.
All right. But let's go now. We have too much to do. We can't stay here all day talking.
Mummy is right, though. Martha always read everything. It's me who will now read the newspaper instead. They'll be out all day. The funeral preparations will take them a long time. Everything is more complex with the war. Over the next few days, I will see little to nothing of them.
Okay, we need to read the newspaper. Yeah.
During deep winter, I would go to sleep snuggled by the fire and Nanny would get angry. Do you want to turn into a piece of charcoal, Julia?
More of those.
Brutal assassination in San Casciano. Julia Kay, a young woman from a respectable family, brutally murdered near her home. Carabinieri investigates. A possible political motive emerges. Martha was not killed by politics or war. She was killed by something much closer and much less clear. I will find out the truth. Brutal assassination in San Casciano. Julia Kay, a young woman from a respectable family, brutally murdered near her home. Carabinieri investigates. A possible political motive emerges. Firm bulwark even in the skies. 159 aircraft of the Germanic defense shot down in 24 hours. Major Russian operation northwest of Jassy. Enemy convoy lost in the Mediterranean. 2 destroyers and 6 merchant vessels sunk.
Yeah, it's 1944, so it's around that time, isn't it?
Julia Kay. Distressed but supported by faith. Irenei the mother, Erich the father, and Martha the sister sadly announced Julia's passing. The funeral will take place in La Romola, Thursday, July 20th at 9:30 p.m., departing from the property of the deceased. First improvements in food registration. Bread rations increased by 50 grams per day as of April 20th, a kilo more every month of soup ingredients. Reforms to the treatment of agricultural workers, and an unexpected distribution of jam. Chocolate, a privilege for few people in these times. For Julia, to take more and more photos, Dad. I can verify that the camera is still working by taking a photo. I could photograph a sparrow. There are so many of them out here.
So clearly, Martha is...
There might be birds around the little wall in front of the house. I always put crumbs on it for them.
Can we talk now? Yeah, so clearly Martha is the mom's favorite daughter, and then Julia was the dad's favorite daughter. That's bad, bro.
These are our vineyards. My father loved them so much that he constantly took photos of them.
Alright, let's investigate the rest of the house.
I liked watching Nanny as she cooked. I always picked up loads of techniques.
Bro, this looks insane.
Dante's Inferno illustrated by Dore. Always hanging cheery things. These masks, I remember them vividly. I always tried to escape their gaze.
Oggi Bonsi. On the day of St. Alexis, the battle rages in the city tormented by Anglo-American bombing. Our Lady of Carmel, a company of the Falchium Regiment, counterattacked yesterday, forcing the French to retreat to Piazza del Mercato. The situation is currently under control.
Florence, July 15th, 1944. General Erich K. As per our prior agreement, we are sending you military encrypted communication material. The device must remain hidden and secret. Hail. Feldmaskerallo, Carl H.
Interesting. The photo is still up there. So was this before all of that happened? Bro. Like at nighttime we couldn't see anything.
I don't need that right now. I don't need that right now.
What is that? Bicycle pump or something? Bro. Can't get over the graphics. It is weird to run with left trigger. It is
We
weird.
are so lucky. In these difficult times, pantries are empty and people are going hungry. But with a German general for a father, food is never scarce.
Look at the details, bro. And the food. And the beer. What I was about to say is you run with left bumper. It's quite weird. Ooh, of course there's a basement.
Lorenzini haberdashery. 5 meters of grey cotton fabric. 6 meters of white linen fabric. 4 meters of green satin. Delivered on June 5th, 1944. In the event of an issue, contact us on the number 6987. And this red fabric? It's not been mentioned. Could this also be one of Mummy's, or could the nanny have left it here? Mummy's sewing machine. She learnt how to sew because nobody else could do it to her liking. These could be of use to me.
Okay, well we got a weapon. Not sure how effective that was gonna be against the lady in the lake, but sure.
Mummy's medicine. Will they do her any good?
Who knows?
This fabric is not new to me, yet I do not think I have ever seen it in the house.
That's a lot of wine, bro.
Our wine. Daddy is so proud of it.
Bro. You Are you seeing this?
I don't like wine all that much, but I go crazy for our dessert wine. It is very sweet.
Dessert wine. Interesting. You guys like wine? I'm personally not a big wine drinker, but occasionally.
These workbenches fascinate me. I would love to learn carpentry. This is where Nanny's husband made my dolls. The puppets I used to play with were made here. I never knew that when I was a child. They always told me that a fairy brought them. I didn't really believe them, but it was nice to think that.
Bro, the natural lighting? Next level. Ooh. Okay, that's the photo room. I think we first have to take some photos before we enter there. Bro. This is beautiful. Big pots, they must be heavy. Wow. Look at this view, bro. That's one beautiful freaking house. It looks like a real life photo. Alright, let's see. Photo mode. Damn, bro. Today just whip out your phone. That time was 120mm film. Oh, so we're gonna get attachments for the camera. That's cool, like a flash or... Okay. Interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. They simplified it for the game.
Excellent. I've taken the picture, now it's straight to the darkroom in the cellar to print it. Daddy recently became a general in the German army. He used to take pictures on the front lines, but now he gives me the materials to take photographs instead. Now that Martha is gone, only this camera can fix my ideas and my memories. I can't allow myself to forget. My bike, the wheel is deflated as usual. A bicycle pump will solve this.
See, I knew it, bro. That other bike had a bicycle pump. It looks too realistic. Actually scary, bro. We'll go and develop the photo now. Just want to get the bicycle pump first.
Here's the bicycle pump.
Awesome. Alright. Now I can develop the photo.
Daddy set up his darkroom here. He doesn't take photos anymore because of his work, but photography is still his true passion. I'm allowed to use the darkroom when I want to. Daddy had this device brought here last week. It's old, but still works. He has always loved everything technological.
Bro, now you snap a pic, put on a filter, and upload it. Not even going into AI, but can you imagine doing this?
There are 3 baths when developing photos. The development bath, then the first rinse, and then the fixing bath. The second rinse is done directly in the sink afterwards.
This is analog Photoshop, right? I think this is the best one. I'd say that is one good looking photo. A little bit out there. The red light makes it quite difficult.
Not a bad photograph. It seems that the camera works perfectly. Now I can take a self-timed photo for Martha's frame.
Yeah, it's just... You know, that's a watermark. It's just Photoshop's watermark, don't worry. A self-timed photo. Aha. I knew it.
Camera is set up with the self-timer. It's always a thrill to develop a photo. You can't see anything at first, yet something invisible is captured on the black film, a kind of ghost. That invisible breath then returns to reveal the reality from which it was torn. There are those who say that photography steals the soul or captures it. That's why they used to photograph the dead, but nowadays almost nobody does it anymore. Even if it's just a delusion, I want to photograph Martha. I want to have a small reflection of who she was with me. But I have to do it secretly or they'll think I'm crazy.
Yeah, I just want to get it right this time.
Yes, this is me. No one was ever able to tell us apart. But I never had the slightest doubt, and nor did Martha. It's strange how what identifies us most deeply is not visible to anyone. I was obsessively thinking about Martha and what had happened. But suddenly, a thought took control. The memory of that day at the lake was becoming more and more like a dream when, after awakening, the image becomes more and more faded. Could it be that the memories were a figment of the mind? Had I been the one that hurt my sister? I had always envied her, and now I had taken her identity. I experienced a suffocating pattern of thoughts. I decided to go straight to the lake to retrieve the film rolls. They would tell a different story, I was sure. But deep down, I kept hoping they would confirm my fading memory. Of course the door is locked. The keys aren't hanging on the lock as usual, then they will be in Daddy's study. We live in fear now. My parents are not going to let me go to the lake anymore after Martha's death. So this is the right time. I need to know. The self-doubt I feel is eating me up.
Oh no. This is terrifying, just saying. Eerie quietness. They're gonna use that against us. 100%. This is still locked. Now I wonder, where is your dad's ooh, that door was not open before. So it's gotta be in here. What is this? Oh, that's the key. Yep. Okay, before we leave, let's just...
Here's the camera flash. Now I can photograph Martha even in the dark.
And of course, they're gonna do that. Of course. Oh no, bro. That ain't it. I'm just sorry, but that ain't it. No, no, no.
Daddy's stuff. War maps. I've heard everything will play out on this new defensive line.
This chick is crazy. Wow. This game looks so good. It looks so much different at night, eh? Martha? Just stay there, please. Don't come visit me. Take a photo of Martha? Are you fucking nuts? Jesus Christ. I don't want to do this, bro. I don't want to do this. Bro. I'm warning you, brace yourself.
Dan, it would be nice to have you always by my side, even if it's just a picture.
Girl. You are crazy. I don't think I would have had the guts to do that. Just saying. We'll develop the photo. And, yeah. Then that's what we call it quits in this episode. And then in the next episode, we'll definitely go to the lake. I think that's a good way to start the next episode. Yeah, I'm just going here. No paranormal shit be able to bother me. Was this here before?
A lens and a roll of infrared film. They can photograph what the naked eye cannot see.
Oh shit, okay.
Blue filter, ideal for indoor photos. Orange filter, when there is fog, it improves the image by giving it some contrast. With this lens, I can shoot very close up.
Oh shit. We just got a massive upgrade. Good thing we came here first, right? I don't know why anyone would do this, but anyway.
A photograph is both the present and the past, like a dead body. I don't know what I'm expecting. Maybe it's silly to think you can capture the soul of someone who has died. Her face can no longer tell me if what happened was my fault. I should have known that already. All I can do is head to the lake and get those rolls.
Alright, ladies and gents, thank you for watching the first episode of Martha is Dead. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what actually happened to Martha, and now we've got such a big camera upgrade. So the next episode will be more complex, more intense, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Whatsit?